For the visiting Memphis Grizzlies, at small forward, Bojan Bogdanovic. At center, Walker Kessler. At shooting guard, Desmond Bane. At forward, Jaren Jackson. And now,
well, we're more than a few games into the year. How much do we know about this year's rookie class, Grant?
Well, it's still early. We have to remember we might be a half year into a decade-plus career for some of these guys. So I think it's best to reserve judgment for now. An NBA career is a marathon.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Jaren Jackson out there with Bojan Bogdanovic. Now here's Paul. Really played well against Golden State in his last game. George outside. 6 to shoot. To the wing, right side. The 3 from Ayton. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. He's a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Jackson, the screen. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside Paul. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Baker gets the bucket.
Boy, is it fun to watch Chris Paul dissect the defense. This guy is such a shrewd passer.
Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Paul. Shot's good by Morant.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Paul. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Ayton, a screen on Bane. George passes to Ayton. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Paul against Bane. George outside. They set the screen. Fires the 3. The shot comes out. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Bogdanovic passes to Morant. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Throws it up high. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. From deep, Bane. The shot no good. And New York will come the other way. George passes to Ayton. Lays it up and banks it in. Ayton's got 5 now.
That's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton showing a little toughness on the interior finish.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. It's George on the drive, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
First personal foul. First team foul. Paul George at the line, 2 shots.
The first one falls. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a three-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Paul with it. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Pass to Baker. Over Jackson. New York, no good that time either.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Outside Morant. Now Jackson. He's guarded by Paul. To the paint. Here's Baker. Now Ayton from outside the arc. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. Paul against Morant. Pass to Jackson. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Ayton. And stolen by Morant. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Outside Bain. To stop the drought, and that one is hammered home.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
So it's the Knicks now. After the basket by Memphis.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
And here's Morant. A proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Brent, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Adams checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for Bain. New York calls timeout.
And with the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
All right, fans, give it up right now for the Knicks record dance crew. Your Knicks breaker dance crew.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Memphis ball.
Paul against Jones. Pass to Jackson. Jackson, the screen, takes a 13-footer. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
George outside. Hayden with a screen. Over to the left wing to stop the run. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Hayden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Pass to Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. McDaniels, a screen on Jones. Here's Paul. Outside McDaniels. Let's go with a 3. Adams grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Rejected by George.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays, and that sending back block sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks.
Tillman's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Here's Adams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Here's Jones. The Knicks pull it in. George, right side. Outside Paul. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. McDaniels from long range. Connects from downtown. And the Knicks lead by 1.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
15-14.
From deep, Morant. Baker grabs the board. The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. George with it, guarded by Morant. George, his shot is good.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
14.
Adams with a screen on Paul. Jones, the pass to Adams. Back to Jones. All sorts of time. Can't hit that one. New York goes the other way with it. Out for the Knicks. What's it going to take to bring them back to the glory days?
Oh, that's a loaded question, B.A. But first of all, a superstar would certainly help. They haven't really had one for quite some time. If they can either develop or attract an elite all-star player, that would be a start to turning this New York franchise around and becoming possibly a contender.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. John Morant at the line. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Grizzlies making a switch here. And Morant drops them both. 1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Jones against Paul. Pass to Aiden. It's George on the wing. Ayton, a screen on Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Ayton's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, look at how natural DeAndre Ayton looks in the pick and roll. This guy is smart. He understands how to navigate.
Pass to Tillman. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
And the way he's been able to protect the ball from the defense is really incredible. He makes it look so easy.
George outside. McDaniels with it. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Clock at 2. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Morant against George. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by New York.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
Can't cash it in from close range.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
And it's a tie ball game.
Boy, Bogdanovich with the distance delivering. How about that effortless shooting motion?
George. Passes to Aiden. Back to George. He gets it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's DeAndre Ayton making highlights for the Knicks. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back after this.
21. Your Knicks City Kings.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Here's Paul. On the court for the Grizzlies. They've got Desmond Bane. Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Jackson. Then there's Tyus Jones. Bane against Tice. Over Bane. And it's Tice missing. The Grizzlies shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Count it. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
At the 2018 Draft Combine, Mo Bamba measured a 7'10" wingspan, Doris.
Absolutely incredible to think that broke the record for the longest that Rudy Gobert held. Now, how does that translate in the NBA? Well, it obviously is a help on the defensive end. Mo Bamba, a guy capable of covering so much area on the floor.
Steven Adams checked in for Memphis. Outside Paul. Bamba, a screen on Jones. Paul with it. He's picked up by Adams. Bamba misses. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Bogdanovich. And here's Jackson. And he makes it on the layup.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Jones against Paul. Bamba, a screen on Jones. Now here's Bamba. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, Mo Bamba, if he gets that kind of position, turn the lights out.
Now Jones. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. Adams. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back, Mo.
Here's Paul. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Adams with a screen on Paul. Here's Jones. It's deflected.
Always engaged on the defensive end. Daniel Tice with the excellent rejection.
And stolen by Bane. Pass to Bogdanovich. Jones against Paul. Jones, the pass to Bane. From 12 feet. It's not going to go for him. New York goes the other way with it. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. Bamba, a screen on Payne. Here's Bamba. Takes the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the decision-making getting better with more repetition. Mo Bamba starting to feel out the defense.
Now here's Jackson. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Hey, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
And that one's good. Paul.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Jones against Paul. Jones, a pass to Jackson. And again, another missed shot. New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Paul against Jones. Paul passes to Bamba. Back to Paul. Pass to Bamba. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Memphis ball. Substitution on the court.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. They set the pick. Here's Jones. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. New York has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Caruso up top. There's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in.
Grizzlies substitution. John Morant.
So it's the Knicks now. Caruso outside. Pass to Bogans. 5 to shoot. Here's Tice. Over Clark. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's Bogdanovich. Tight defense on him. And here's Clark. A shot to stop the drought. Blocked. Pounded by Morant. Pass to Ingles. Back to Caruso. Now Ingles. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Bamba, that's good.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Grizzlies timeout. The Valley section gets featured on their way. Let me hear you.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pounded by Morant. Pass to Caruso. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. Here's Bogdanovich. Ingles defending. Can they get it? Yep, count it. Bogdanovich has got 5 points.
Well, I'll tell you, the defense can't stop that. Bogdanovich with the ridiculous delivery.
For New York, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Caruso outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Bogans. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. Memphis shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Oh, Grant, looking at the career of Bojan Bogdanovich, he's been so steady.
Yes, he has, B.A. He's really Mr. Consistency. Always averages double figures. Always shoots it well from 3. Bojan can play the 3 or the 4. Someone you can really rely on as a teammate.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And that one's good. Morant.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
The Knicks with the lead. Tice, a screen on Morant. Pounded by Morant. And Daniel Tice picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Just a little too eager for that rebound. As a result, gets called for the over the back.
And to me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
A new lineup here for New York. And Memphis also making a switch. Tillman's checked in for Clark. Morant with the bucket.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
New York has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Paul passes to George. Three-pointer. It's tipped. And they're pushing it up. Payne with it. Guarded now by George. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area. And so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
And it's Morant off the drive. Morant with the slam!
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Baker. Now here's Ayton. It's George on the wing. Ayton, a screen on Payne. George passes to Ayton. Clock at 4. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Fourth team foul.
DeAndre Ayton, a quality free throw shooter, so you love to see him create opportunities to get there.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Ayton hits them both.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
Now here's Payne, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Pass to George. Ayton with a screen. To the right side. Deflected! And he's able to get it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Well, the up fake by DeAndre Ayton gets the defender committed. That is nicely done.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he drops the first. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Ayton hits them both. So it's New York. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, thanks. Tibbs, what'd you think about the way this team defended in the first half?
We're not bad, but we have to sustain it for the entire game. They put a lot of pressure on you. We got to make sure we're containing their dribble penetration, and then we got to react down challenge shots.
The expectations are high for the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well for the New York Knicks.
I really appreciate how well they move the rock. Looking for one another, helping each other out. Love to watch.
Yeah, you look at that stat sheet. The assist totals really stand out. And let's get back to our featured game. A fantastic battle between these two guys.
Not surprising to see two competitive guys who bring it every time they're on the floor. It's been a spicy duel to watch.
Yeah, and we know you like it spicy.
No, I don't. Give me some milk.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got third quarter basket. Ball here. 2 quarters in the books. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Paul George out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. That's the 5 for New York right now. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
You get a sense there of how challenging it is to guard DeAndre Ayton. Gets good position, makes the defense react.
Ayton hits them both. Well, the Grizzlies... Shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. George against Morant. Here's Jackson. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They trail by 11. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. That'll be game number 4 of 7 on this current road trip. Morant against Paul. George outside. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from deep. George has got 9 points.
Well, Paul George is excellent both defensively and offensively. You want to talk about 3 and D? He's got both.
47-35.
McDaniels against Bogdanovich. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Paul with a steal. It's George on the wing. Here's Ayton. 4-3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Ayton's gone 5 of 8 from the field. Morant with it. 20 points for him. Morant with a screen on Paul. Here's Bane. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Back to Daniels. The 3 is up. And the Knicks, another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Get up and get ready for fun, man. It's your Knicks Breaker Best Crew.
He's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Moran against George. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Now here's George. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Ayton finds George. Clock at 6. Back to Ayton. And too long on the shot. Well, Memphis shooting just 37% in the game. With the floater. The Knicks pull it in. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. George outside. McDaniels a screen. There's the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And that one's good. Moran.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. George outside. And Ayton with the stuff.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing excellent.
The Grizzlies have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. Jackson for 3. Nails it from 3. Jackson's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down. The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. at Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old. All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Knicks lead 61.
Ball against Jones. Outside Moran. The 3. And McDaniels with the rebound. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Brad.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brett. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Steven Adams checked in for Memphis. Clark comes in for Bogdanovich.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Jones. Shoots over Paul. Jones misses.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's George. The shot off that time. And Memphis taking it the other way now.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Adams with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jackson. From the arc. The Knicks with the rebound. George outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Ja Morant picks one up.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
That's good from George. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
Now here's Adams. What, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. Jones drives in. Shoots over Paul. Jones misses.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Paul against Jones. And he lays it up and in. Paul's got 10.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Paul against Jones. Here's Adams. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, you love when Steven Adams shows his strength. Even with the defense in his grill, he finds a way to score.
Desmond Bane, he's checked in for Ja Morant. And Adams no good on that one. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Here's Jones, following the bucket by the Knicks. Payne with a screen on Paul. There's the steal. Pass to Ayton. Fires from deep. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Ayton's got 24.
Well, the offensive game will round into shape over time. And it's absolutely critical that DeAndre Ayton look to score as much as possible.
Now here's Jones. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Adams, shot's good.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Paul against Jones. Outside Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to George.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Lets it fly. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Memphis is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Payne, the pass to Jones. Adams with a screen on Paul. Adams with the ball. And stolen by Paul. George with it. He's picked up by Bane. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Here's Jones. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Covered by Bamba. Pass to Bane. Down low. Here's Tillman. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Bamba. For 3, George. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
How about the range? I mean, that's big-time, limitless range. I'll tell you, you better check him when he steps over the line.
Knicks lead.
Here's Jones. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. And they recover it. Outside Bane. Tillman with a screen. Shot clock at 6. Hey, from beyond the arc. Tice with the defensive effort. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
For 3, George. And the Knicks, another 3.
Yep, and he's got his three-point shot back. He did nothing from range in the first half. But here in this quarter, woo, he's got it going.
44.
Caruso, he's checked in for New York.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul. Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Pass to Tillman to end the run. The rebound by Bamba. And the Knicks shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Defended by Jones. Tice, a screen on Jones. Tice in the high post. That one off the back iron and out. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Knicks delivering the blowout. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And 1/4 to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Knicks making their last shot. The offensive rebound. That shot, no good.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Tice finds Bamba. Hounded by Morant. Shot clock at 5. Bamba, a screen on Morant. Can't get it to drop. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Ingles defending, and out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Hounded by Morant. Right wing. Bamba inside. Hounded by Morant. Yes, it's good. Bamba's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Hammers the lob through.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. We've seen fans removed for inappropriate comments to players. Doris, where do you draw the line between heckling and being inappropriate?
I think one way I look at this, Brian, is if I were face-to-face with somebody, what would I be comfortable saying? I think we should always err on the side of caution. It's okay to heckle and have some fun and sort of give your team support. But I think if we ultimately keep respect foremost in our minds, we'll be okay.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Knicks. Here's Morant. The Knicks pull it in. Tice has got his 4th rebound in this one, and he gets it to go.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Hounded by Morant. Pass to Tice. Over to the wing. The three from Bamba. And again, New York with the triple.
One this half, two for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
89-50.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Oh!
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And the Knicks call time here.
And your Knicks City Kings.
Player of the game, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, and what a game. Now, I'm not taking anything away from him, but I was actually surprised the defense wasn't able to do more, particularly early. By the time they figured it out, it was too late. He really got in a rhythm and got rolling and never took his foot off the accelerator.
Boy, we witnessed something special from him, and this crowd will remember it. When a player raises his game to this level, it earns him a lot of new fans. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Outside Paul. George passes to Ayton. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 6 assists now in the game. The Grizzlies have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Up top, Paul, pounded by Morant. And Paul gets it to go.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, that's a little icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead.
Here's the pick. Inside. Shoots from the block. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Ayton. And it's New York scoring again.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
To the middle. Morant against George. Down low. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Boy, viewership numbers are on the rise. NBA business is booming. I guess it's a good time to own a piece, eh, Grant?
Hey, B.A., you said it best. The league is in great shape. We have great leadership, talent. It's an exciting time, and I think the league has more growth globally in the years to come.
Morant with the bucket.
Able to get that teardrop anytime he wants. Morant has all the shots in his bag.
Outside Paul. Back to George. Pass to Baker. For 3. That one is off. And Memphis taking it the other way now. Inside. Tries a 9-footer. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Coaches love to see ball moving, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jones is checked in, and that one misses. New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. George passes to Paul. Back to George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
See, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Tillman's checked in for Memphis.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Now here's Jones. He's covered by Ayton. And for players, greatness can be defined so many ways, but giving back has to be a component of that. Wouldn't you say, Grant?
Well, to whom much is given, much is expected. NBA, I agree 100%. Players today understand the impact that they can have on others. I love that about the league, the players, the coaches, everyone involved, using this gift to make a change and a positive impact throughout the world.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Morant's checked in. Pass to Ayton.
That's 4 fouls for him tonight. He needs to pick his battles wisely going forward.
13 foul.
The free throw drops for Bane. And here's Morant. Back to Tillman. Oh, he tries a 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to McDaniels. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Now Morant. Outside Jones. Takes a 3. That shot is off. And New York will come the other way. Jones against Paul. And Grant, you played on a Suns team whose training staff was renowned. Is that still a differentiator between teams, or has everybody caught up and on the same level now?
You know, BA, I think everyone's caught up. You know, 15 years ago, the Suns training staff was ahead of their time. But now teams are all much more sophisticated. They understand injury prevention, rest, recovery, really aiding the players, and I think adding years for players on the back end of their careers.
Now here's Ayton. Good on the shot. Ayton's got 16 points here in the second half.
How about the polish on the offensive game of DeAndre Ayton? Just knows his strengths and plays to them.
Jones in the post. He's guarded by Paul. Jones, his shot is good.
Ooh, an aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
The Knicks have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth. Paul passes to George. And no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Pass to Morant. A minute 29 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Jones from outside. That shot missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
George, good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Now here's Morant. On the wing, Jones. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. First one falls for him.
At the line, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's the Knicks with the ball. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to George. Here's Baker. The 3 is up. Right side, Paul. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke.
When cold drop, they push back, they roll outs, that's right. Make room.